Okay, greeting everyone. We're going to talk about, welcome those who are visiting for the first time. Name is Milton P. Smith the third, and we are part of auto audio. We give audios mostly. We have some videos, but we're dedicated to keeping everybody in the light of truth. We busting all bubbles. The light is shining through. So we're going to talk about psychosis today. This is adding on to the one we did recently about psychological warfare. You know, we talked about that in another video, how if you're not of the dominant culture, you can become warring against you is done daily in the form of psychological. Now, it's only effective if you're not with your community. If you're with a community and have a strong, you know, what you do as a community, you assist each other, you help each other. If you have a strong connection with your community, this doesn't affect you. Unfortunately, people who call themselves black has lost their community, and for the most part, they don't know who they are. Now that's where the psychosis come in, because you take things out of your control, or you think they're out of your control. You take them as normal. You accept it. When you begin to accept the conditioning, the psychological warfare, when you accept it, then it becomes psychosis. There's many types of psychosis. The first one to come to mind is religion. This is where the colonizer has taken his religion and fed it to you for centuries so that now the generation comes up thinking it's their religion. They don't know who they are. That's the psychosis I'm talking about. If that happens to you, you are mentally ill, and you should seek professional help. And the only professional help you can get is you don't have to go to in other words, self-healing can take place by knowing the truth. That's the greatest healing, knowing the truth. So you should be dedicated to learning all you can about who you are in your culture. That will take away that psychosis. Another form of psychosis can come in being miseducated, being in schools, integrated schools where teachers don't really know your culture, so they can't really teach you who you are. You go through 12 years of that, and you have a serious mental problem. You don't even realize it because to you it's normal because the way you was taught since kindergarten. That's why it's not normal for a person to be taught by teachers of another nation or culture, because you don't learn your own culture. You learn someone else's culture. So that creates a psychosis in your personality because you know you're not of their culture, but that's all you know. You don't really know your culture. So that's another type of psychosis. And one type of psychosis that you can really heal yourself of quick is watching these images on TV constantly. If you do that for years, I mean, if you start as a child watching images that's not don't look like you, and all these other people are having a good time and they have family and all these things you see you cannot identify with. that create a psychosis. Really, just a separation between mind and reality. In other words, you're seeing things that you think relates to you only in your mind, but they do not, because your community do not have chance to go flying or go on the beach or go, just generally having a good time. But all the images you've seen for years and years and years are people having a good time, but they don't look like you. So that creates a psychosis in your mental, and that need to be taken care of, because you grow up speaking a language that's not yours, thinking that's not yours, and the psychosis is anything that separates you from who you really are. I've said it in a long way, so go back and research. Don't believe me.